Hey guys, I'm back. I'm doing readings. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, but you know me. I come, I go, I do these things when I have time to do them and when I want to do them. Most importantly, I mean, really, I think you get your best readings when you're wholeheartedly 100% invested in something and there's no distractions, right? So, love readings. We're going to do love readings, and today this one is going to be for Taurus. I've meditated on the cards. I did a pre-shuffle, and I got some mixed messages from the pre-shuffle and my meditation as well, but the one thing that I did take away from it is Taurus right now is, it almost feels like they're feeling a little void in their heart. You almost maybe feel a little disconnected from everything. People, things you used to like, things that used to make you tick. It almost felt like you were having a really hard time getting excited about much. Um, how this works with the relationship aspect of things, I don't know. But that could also mean that, like, within your relationship life, you're not really focused on that right now. You may have people in your life that are important to you, love relationships that are important to you, but what's going on right now seems like the relationship that you have with yourself might be of most importance at the moment. All right, but that's what I got. Just feeling kind of meh, feeling a little bit meh. So here's what I'm going to do, Taurus. I am going to pull a row of cards that are going to clarify how you are projecting yourself onto the relationship. And I'm going to pull a row of cards that are going to show how the other party involved in this situation, this relationship, is projecting onto the relationship as well. So I have all my cards, and I always feel like the Rider-Waite always reads best for Taurus. So I'm just going to get into it. Oh my, already. How is Taurus projecting onto the relationship? The Wheel of Fortune just fell out. How is Taurus projecting onto the relationship? The Wheel of Fortune. All I get with that right now is it's almost like, you feel like you're on this wheel and it's just going around and around and around and around. It's like, oh my gosh, when can I get off this spinning wheel? It's like it's never ending, this wheel. As if it were a train going around and around and around, and it keeps missing your stop. That's what it feels like. It keeps missing your stop. How else is Taurus projecting onto the relationship? I feel like that wants to come out. The Sun. Right. It's interesting because, again, it's like I wish I could just, feel like I have some connection to something right now. Feeling very slow moving. Okay? Here we have the Knight of Pentacles, which actually goes really well with the Wheel of Fortune here, because although this wheel is spinning fast around you, this Knight is such a slow moving energy, and it's like, what stop do I get off at? Where do I go in pursuit of my happiness? Here with the Queen of Cups. This feels personal, and only, like, it can only resonate with you. Yeah. You may feel like, to a degree, somehow you've lost your independence to some degree. And it has to do with your work. And when I say your work, okay, I'm talking about the things that you like to invest your energy on. The skills that you like building. Now, how does this relate to a love reading? Currently, at the moment, you may very well be trying to find ways to become financially independent in the relationship, or become a little more standing on your own 2 feet. Maybe it feels like right now, like the financial scales in this situation aren't exactly equal at the moment. But I think that you are definitely looking for a place to leap at the moment. You're like, let me off this train. I want to get off. I want to jump. I want to jump off. And I want to jump off and land in just the place, okay, that allows me to focus on my external abundance and ways to provide for myself, ways to provide for my family. You also have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is like looking out on the horizon to see where you can actually jump to. Look, The King of Pentacles there as well. The Magician. You may be very actively focused right now on how you fit into a relationship but also stand on your own 2 feet. You know, my dad used to tell me when I was younger, he's like, you know, why do we imitate our dads with that voice? He's like, you know, relationships and people in them, they're a lot like trees, right? Like, you stand next to each other, you shade each other, you fertilize each other in one way, or you pollinate each other, you share roots, but you are still your own individual tree, and there's a respect within that relationship that although you stand together, you are individuals. And that's kind of what this feels like. It's like, where did my individuality go? Where'd it go? Started to come up at 5:55. Where did my individuality go? And you feel very focused on that. Like you feel like you're spinning around. That seems like the pursuit. Like why you feel like you're spinning around, because like you just don't know what direction you're going in. If you can't identify with yourself, what direction do you go in? This feels like it wants to come out. The King of Wands. The Five of Wands. It's interesting. What's on the bottom of the deck? It almost seems like you really like are trying to figure out how you get connected again, okay, with other people, because like you felt like there's this disconnection, and it's personal. It's very personal. You may find lately that you're having a difficult time getting along with others in your relationships right now. I feel like there's a little element of that. And there's the Five of Cups as well. I kind of feel like Taurus in the past has experienced, not like we all don't, but in this particular reading, you know, has experienced reasons to not trust others. And I feel like Taurus is actually a very social creature. Okay, they're very much about team building. They're very much about partnerships and you know, groups of people all going in the same direction. But it feels like the disconnect here, in part, is also because you've disconnected with people. Not that you want it that way. I don't feel like you want it that way, but it's because of distrust. And I think to a degree, you're feeling alone. Not lonely, but you're feeling alone, and you're trying to identify what that means for you. What does that mean for you as identifying as alone? Let's elaborate. Let's elaborate on that. What feeling alone but not being alone. There's the Sun card again. The Two of Swords and Justice. Yeah, this all came out in reverse. And it says to me that, you know, you've had some times where justice wasn't served where it should have been. And you know what? As much as it sucks, that happens. That happens to all of us. You know, where we get the shit end of the stick, or something shouldn't have gone down a certain way that it did. Or, you know, someone said something about you, okay, that traumatized perhaps your reputation or how others view you. And that's always going to happen. That's always going to happen, no matter where you go. But I feel like this is a big part of the crux as to why you're feeling this disconnection that you're feeling. And honestly, it feels like a bit of a retrograde for you. Like you've been here before. There's lessons going on. A few more cards to clarify. Just a few more. Okay. We have here the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like something broke your confidence here, or someone, or a group of people, maybe multiple people over the span of a short time. Okay? Two of Pentacles, trying to balance how you feel between the hurt, Ten of Swords, between the good, Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. Regardless, I can see that you are actively trying to get on your feet again. You are actively trying to find your identity again. You are actively trying to find what you connect with, who you connect with. You are actively trying to get back into your own skin and your own shoes here. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles here too. That's Taurus. That's Taurus. You are trying to, it almost feels like you're trying to find yourself again after a lot of shitty things that, you know, shitty people did. But the lesson with that is there will always be shitty people. I feel like that's part of the lesson for you, is your coping mechanisms and how you deal with shitty people. They're always going to be there, okay? Now, I want to see what the other party is projecting onto this relationship. There's a lot there. Okay, bear with me, friends. So interesting. I just want to clarify a little more before I get into too many details, because you guys are sharing some similarities here. You both have the Fool, and you both have the Magician. Okay, while you are worrying about your own stuff, okay, I feel like the other party involved also has a lot on their plate. They have the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool. You both got the Fool. We're going to clarify more on that. The High Priestess, the Nine of Swords. This person is suffering with something right now. I'm going to try and find out what it is, but they're the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. They are suffering with something right now. The Magician. It's interesting what's on the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Wands. They also have the Sun here. The Queen of Swords. And the King of Pentacles. Right now, they resonate as your King of Pentacles, okay? Normally they're your King of Pentacles, and I think they are right now, but they're identifying you as kind of closed off right now, just a little bit with this Queen of Swords, while you're, you know, trying to pursue your own happiness a little bit. I think that this person has a lot going on that they don't share. Like, they don't talk about it. And I think they don't talk about it because I think that they see that you're going through so much already. Like, your own things, right? I don't feel like this person... Oh, what a mess. Okay, I'll keep some of it. Holy smokes, I'm going to pause this. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to pick up where I left off. That was a serious misshuffle, and I dropped like half the deck on the ground. How else is this other party projecting onto the relationship too? this person could be super quiet right now. They got the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Ace of Wands, and the Hermit. They may not be sharing themselves a lot right now, and I think part of it is because there's something they're suffering in silence with. At first I kind of thought like it was your energy that was keeping them quiet, but I feel like there is something that they are suffering in silence about and not talking about. Let's clarify here. Let's use the Sailor Jerry style deck. I feel like it has a lot to do with their work. You both seem like you're very work-focused people. The Five of Wands. The Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The High Priestess. And the Two of Coins. I feel like you should check in with this person. I feel like they don't want to burden you. They don't want to burden you with what they're going through. I can feel like it's like two separate issues. You have your own things, they have their own things. And I feel like to a degree they suffer a lot more than you know, and they don't talk about it. And the reason that they don't talk about it is because they know that, like, they care about you. They care about you. They know that you have a lot on their plate. They think of you in that way. And so I would encourage you to perhaps reach out to this person and ask them how they're doing. Ask them how they're doing. Are they okay? Yeah, here's this issue again. The Moon. The Ace of Cups. The Two of Wands. The Page of Cups. The Eight of Cups again. They are going through an emotional thing. Knight of Cups. I'm still trying to narrow down like what this thing is that they're going through, but they're really keeping it to themselves and reflecting on it. They're probably the type of person who really gives some serious thought to how they want to share themselves before they share themselves. What else does Taurus need to know about what this person is concealing? The Page of Coins, the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and Death. So interesting. I'm gonna just be frank and honest, like even I'm having a really hard time. Like nothing's getting through. Nothing's getting through. So, what does Taurus do? It's an interesting reading. There's a ton of love here. There's a ton of emotion. Why are they going through this thing? What is it? Why is this other party going through this thing? Maybe this person why are they going through this thing and they don't want to tell you? They don't want to tell you. Why don't they want to tell you? Why don't they want to tell you what they're going through? I feel like they feel like you might judge them for it. And that's why they're not saying anything. That's what this kind of feels like. Like they fear that you may judge how they're feeling. This person is tired. Four of Wands. They also got the Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Page of Wands, Judgment, Four of Wands in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person is trying to figure themselves out as well. I feel like there are two people here trying to figure out what the heck is it that makes them happy. Okay, and it's personal, like they're together, but it's personal and it's individual happiness. And as I always say, in healthy relationships, both parties know that you aren't in the relationship to create each other's happiness. No. You make your own happiness, you make yourself happy, and then you have more than enough happiness to share with the other person and vice versa. And right now, I feel like both of you are trying to figure out what makes you happy. Seems like a committed relationship. This is very personal. I feel like both of you could be individuals who are very focused on their careers, on their work, on their personal independence, yet you are together, and I feel like there's respect here. There's respect here based on, like, you know, this other person in this situation being like, I don't want to bleed on you. I don't want to bleed on anybody. I just want to, you know, take time to sort myself out and figure myself out. And, you know, even in relationships, people are entitled to mental privacy. 2222, this started coming up. Mental privacy. Not everything in your head is for everybody else. You are not obligated to disclose, you know, what you go through in your own mind in order to sort yourself out or assess yourself. I feel like this person in this situation is very much like that. Okay, now, any last messages for Taurus? Use the Rider-Waite. Any last messages for Taurus that they need to know for themselves or within the relationship? Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. If you have not been pursuing what you are passionate about lately, you should be. I feel like you should be, because I feel like that's why you're not feeling whole and complete right now, is because you're not passionate. You're not passionate about what you're investing yourself in. And I think in reality, there are many, many, many options. Six of Swords. Seven of Wands. Eight of Swords. If you are in a situation, okay, if you're in a situation where you're not happy, whether it's in your relationship or with your work, like if you're in a work situation where it affects your home life, okay, and you're not happy, and you come home and you're in your head about things and you feel defensive and you just constantly want to get away, and you just constantly want to get away from it, then you need to be listening to that. If you are not passionate about what you're doing, you should be. You should be passionate about what you're doing. You're Taurus, okay? Yeah. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're not a happy individual. The Five of Pentacles. I think that you might be considering walking away from something. Yeah. King of Swords. this situation, there's the Knight of Swords as well, or excuse me, the Page of Swords, and the Hermit. There is a situation that you're just like is really messing with your home life, and I think your partner feels it too. And I think it messes with you enough that they don't want to burden you more. All right, this person in that you have a relationship with. Okay, there was a lot of this Four of Cups. I call it the sulking card a bit, but you were constantly just like unsatisfied with how things are right now. There's a dissatisfaction to what's going on in your external environment. Yeah. I think you know that you deserve better than what you're getting. Apply it how it resonates. And so I think you're quite ready here to be like, no, I think we're done here. Okay, this is a clearly unstable foundation. This is affecting my whole life and the people involved in it, and it's not sturdy. So I need to rebuild stable foundations here. I need some balance. Yeah, pursue what you're passionate about. That is the message here, and all other things will fall into place. Because when you are aligned with yourself and you are fulfilling your own passions and your wish fulfillment and the things that make your soul sing, okay, then those around you will sing as well. Okay, and reach out to this person, make sure they're okay. I know you care. Maybe you've been distracted lately, but reach out. And even if they don't tell you, I don't get the sense that there's anything nefarious. I don't sense that there's anything nefarious going on. This person is just takes time to assess things quietly. All right, so reach out to them. Okay, lots of love, Taurus. Stay safe, make wise choices. I'll talk to you guys another time.